we're live, everybody.
Oh boy.
It's Kpro Talk. Oh, here's GTC. Hey, Greg, we just went live, my friend.
Hello.
Hello. We're actually live as we speak, so can't say super
Excellent.
secret things.
There we go. Okay. So you guys are going to do this. I'm actually going to get off. I know everybody loves my shirt, but I'm going to get off. And yeah, we're going to let you guys do your thing because I got some stuff I got to take care of. But I'll share the link out there in the worlds, in the internets. Let's see.
Thank you.
And GTC live.
And Josh will probably be here sooner than later.
Unprecedented. You're live on the Hen of Riches channel or Calazar's tonight?
Calazar's.
How was ours?
All right, I'm going
We're
to follow the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand by. I'll be right back.
What are we all discussing? So I have a list because that's what I do. I'm one of those moms that multitask that has
Okay.
lists. So my list is, and I don't know what Greg wants to talk about, but we're going to have Josh on. He's going to talk about a new hunt he's doing. We are going to talk a little bit about the Grand Adventure. We are going to have a show Monday, but then there's this little meetup in Yellowstone. Greg and I are both going to be there. I want to talk a little bit about that tonight. I do have a couple of emails from Forrest, and I'm going to share them. How do you like that?
Wait a minute. I think
I shared.
breaking news, everybody.
Whatever.
That's
Whatever.
it. I got
I
stuff.
shared one on Indy, Amy, Greg. I don't know, somebody's channel the other night about Homer Brown. Cynthia was there. I think it was Indy's channel. I want to reread that here just so everybody sees that. And then there's been this big brouhaha over on Hint of Riches, the forum, about Photoshop of the final of the post-find pictures. So I just asked Forrest, and he gave me an answer. People are like, oh, he said no. Well, I'm gonna read it verbatim because it's easier that way. Because you guys don't want to hear through me my interpretation, because sometimes I get it wrong.
Maybe we should have called it Forest Fen Treasure Found, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what the emails are. But we also have a new treasure hunt Kpro's going to talk about later. All right, I got stuff to do. I want to remind everybody to thumbs the video up. Super chat's on if you just have to have Kpro and Greg answer a question. You can't say no if it's super chat. You have to answer on it. Yeah, and I'm going to mute and I'm going to turn the video off, but I'll be in and out. So you guys have fun.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so he's gonna go away. And for those of you that don't know where he's going to finish his Grand Adventure, because I finished like, I don't know, a week ago, and he's still trying because this is complicated. It's all these different videos and it's complicated. So
layers.
It's layers. I mean, it's almost like the opposite of what we are. Mine's very streamlined, that's him in life. I'm very complex. So it's kind of interesting, but hey, it's to each their own. But what do you think of this whole showdown? I know you're not participating, but what do you think of this? Do you think it's one or the other? Do you think it's both? What do you think?
It might help. I think for those who signed up for both, it's going to help. Maybe people think they're more Team Kpro, but then maybe they're going to see his and be like, you know what? Maybe I'm more Team Mike, or maybe vice versa. So, or as I said last night, I might be more Team Kpro than I thought, because I talked about, ciphers can be brute force. There's so many softwares now that can crack anagrams and things, find your keywords. So when it's wordplay and just clues hidden cleverly in text and things, then it causes more cerebral thinking sometimes because a computer can't do the work for you. So,
Yeah. Well, I saw part of one of his, and I just thought, people are gonna hate you.
Oh, so you have seen each other, so you are somewhat.
He has seen mine because I need mine proofread. I've been looking at it too much, and he was like, "Oh, like we didn't talk through all the hints and clues and things." But he has seen. Mine is very streamlined. It's just one little poem. His is a bunch of videos. He just he needed some help putting some music in, which it's very odd that I actually know how to do that. So I had to put some music in, and I was like, what is this? And he's like, it's my video. I was like, oh man. So awesome. I'm not doing his because
it's like the Goonies where you have to play the right notes to unlock the
Oh, I didn't say
online
that. I have no idea.
password. No, like the play the
Well,
bones.
Did you see his last one that was like Dungeons and Dragons and all of that? Did you see his last one?
Yeah, where the board was set up and there was some multi-sided die and other.
Yes.
Yeah, that was neat. I didn't
It was
try
neat,
it.
but I look at it and I go, and I think Copper Dan said this because we've had a talk a couple times about his puzzles. I look at it and go, I don't even know where to start. And it's
Yeah.
like one was a telephone keypad, one was I don't know, one was a Rubik's Cube, one was but I'm looking at it like my brain can't even start. I know I'm looking at it going, my brain doesn't know what to do. And Brian Poppelman or Sassy are already like submitting their answers. That's the part that it just
Yeah.
sucks. So anyway. Okay, so Grand Adventure, somebody asked what time. It's gonna be mine's releasing at noon Pacific, and then hopefully it's not done in an hour. That's my biggest worry. I think that's anybody's originator's biggest worry.
Yep.
And then Mike's goes live at 1, and he has decided he's not staggering it. It's just gonna all be I don't know if he has 8, 10, 12, 100. I have no idea how many videos he has, but there's a lot. His is gonna take a while just to sift through them.
Nobody's going to get Kpro, so don't worry about that.
I
But
don't
hey,
agree.
I kind of like this the surprise audio insert, like the wizard's watching, but
so I just realized that I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do while you guys are live because you guys hear anything I play, any music or anything I play. So
Yeah.
because we're
you guys
through your
have 1 hour,
soundboard, yeah.
and then maybe go live on Greg's. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, I
Oh,
was gonna
that's a
say
great idea.
I do plan to go live tonight, and I got a nap in, and who knows how long I'll be on. I'm on vacation. It could go 12 hours for all I know. As long as there's people in the chat, we could go a while.
Okay,
right.
so we'll make the deal, Mike. We will be off exactly in 1 hour,
Okay.
and then we'll party over at Greg's house.
All right, cool.
Okay, so so that's where Mike is. Michael, now he was supposed to be working on his Grand Adventure. That's why he's not going live. So,
Yeah.
but he sure can clean up all of that stuff. He took out chessboards and checkerboards and other boards and dice and
Chassis, speaking my language.
oh my gosh, and all of it means that, and I just knock all the pieces over. He's like, don't do that. And
Yeah.
so the animals came in. The animals are in videos because they walk through, and he's like, no. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so what do we want to talk about first? Do we want to talk about Yellowstone?
Hey, it's your show. I'm just here to be a guest host and contribute a little.
Okay, well, so Yellowstone's coming up next. I think the only official I haven't looked a lot at it because quite honestly, I didn't think I was going until a couple days ago. So those of you that don't know, I am going and Mike is not. So I'm kind of bummed, but I'm going to drive up with Cynthia and then I'm going to fly back. You have a soundboard now?
Yeah, I think he was just throwing random sound bites into our show.
Oh, I thought that was you.
Oh, can you imagine if I did get a soundboard? Oh.
Okay, he's so funny. This is like the wizard's watching.
Yeah.
Okay. He smiled. Okay, so Yellowstone, I'm not arriving till Friday. I think Friday night there's like an informal meetup. Right?
Bullwinkles. Yeah, starting at 5 o'clock, I think it was.
Yeah. And it's the first 30 people. Forrest is buying a drink for, and he's not limiting it to beer this time. It's whatever people drink, but only the first 30. And I have heard some people cancel. I got 2 RSVPs today. So I think at the end of the day, we're going to be right around, if I were to guess, it's going to be around 60, 70.
I think more people are making their priority fishing bridge for the photo than Friday night. People who are somewhat I shouldn't say local, but somewhat in the area who are driving in possibly. Like I'm getting there Thursday night, so I'm gonna do like Black Friday shopping where I camp out outside Bullwinkle, so I can be one of the first 30 at 5 o'clock when they take the rope out.
Yeah, and you have to be 6 feet from each other. And
Yeah.
No, I haven't booked everything yet. I'm still working on it, but okay, so then Saturday we're going to be outside because Jeff from Pete's Pizza, he's going to help us with pizza, but to be inside anywhere with that big of a group, we're going to be at a park somewhere outdoors, walking around, talking with each other, having a great time. And then there's a brunch on Sunday. Did I hear that right?
Yep, I think it's the Three Bears. It's at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm driving back with you guys. So what?
Yeah, we have to leave early. I forgot it's an hour 40-minute drive. I mean, if depending on traffic and speed limit following, through up the canyon. So yeah, I mean, I think your flight's not till the evening, but I
Right.
think Indy's is an hour before mine, so we got to get to the airport 9 a.m. probably. If they say check in 2 hours early, so give or take for her
Yeah.
flight. Yeah, so we'll have to get some breakfast early or at the airport or who knows what. Well, wherever
Okay.
you're gonna go on your own, right?
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
hang
gonna
out?
go take. I was thinking of just going shopping and hitting. Last time that I came, I hit a. I don't know what's open and what's not open there, but there were some cool shops to go shopping.
In Bozeman?
Yellowstone, yeah, in Bozeman, because
Yeah.
Yellowstone's pretty expensive. I mean, because it's a
Mhm.
tourist trap, so of course.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna hit the liquor store when I land in Bozeman.
Exactly. Yes, thank goodness that
But
Cynthia's
wait,
here.
I don't drink
Oh, wish you weren't a liar.
much.
Okay. You don't drink any more or less?
Much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Yellowstone. So if you're in the area, you've got to come by. And if you're not, you've got to try to make it by. So yeah, I know I've got to figure it out. I was supposed to today, but life
I'm
got
glad we upgraded the room size though. Looks like we got ourselves quite the motley crew.
yeah, that whole thing that was a little different than I thought. And then I did get a hold of Meeps today going, okay, so everything keeps changing. So I'm
Yeah, what
well,
she's got lodging.
I'm gonna let her say
Okay.
what her
Oh, that's
update
fine.
is, so.
I have no idea. I haven't spoken to her.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's gonna be fun. And here's the one thing I will say: there has been a lot of talk of who's going, all of that. The events are the best thing because you put names to faces.
Yeah.
Okay, there's someone. Oh, you're gonna hear everybody go crazy. There's somebody at our door, which is very rare. So it's just fun. I mean, it's nice to put names to faces. It's awesome. So what's the sleep situation? We're so talking about that later. Yeah, all of it hit me a little different. Mike's like, what? When we talked last night. Anyway, so can you guys hear all that?
It's all right.
Okay. So that's everything when it comes to oh goodness. That's everything when it comes to Yellowstone. Unless there's something else.
Yeah, unless hopefully I can throw together some kind of cool little mini geocache hunt in the town. That'd be kind of fun if I can plan most of that from home and just take coordinates like Thursday night or something.
Have you been to Dale's spot?
No, I heard he left something.
Yeah, well, it was good and bad. I mean, it was actually terrible because last time we were there, Diggin' Gypsy left her cowboy boots, and we heard about it because she left them the day before or the week before or something. So William and a few others had been out there the day before, and they're like, "Oh, it's so cool! It has this, and that." Well, Mike went out with the guys. We were at Bullwinkle's, and the entire thing had been like robbed. Or
Yeah.
everything had been taken out of it is how I should say it. I guess it's not robbed. I don't know who's at the door, MJ. This should be interesting. I don't know. But our neighbor next door is putting a pool in, so they've had a lot of construction and people in, so that's what I think's happening. Ooh, look, my son's getting into coins. Look what he got me. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I like that. I saw that. I think on Facebook maybe. Hi, William.
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
Indy says she'll bring a small chest. We don't want small chests. We want ample bosoms.
I didn't say that was right.
Oh, yes.
Yay, William's
Chest.
here. Yes.
Yeah,
So
that'd be cool. A little treasure chest would be cool.
this was the fun part. So like I'll just tell you a couple of the meetups. I think Mike and I've had a few. I've probably been to, I don't know, eight meetups or so. William was at one. I mean, like, what a character, so much fun. And he was actually not exactly, well, kind of exactly like somebody that you go, oh wow, what are we going to expect? We had a pool game. I think I was partnered with either him or his son. I don't remember. I just know we won, so we were very.
William seems fun to hang out with just by seeing his antics on like how he and I both put like trolling comments on your Facebook post. So Toby's in the room. He said I could take the coin that he sent me. I don't know if he means the Geo coin or if he sent me something else, but I'm supposed to send his Lacolia's Geo coin that's on its way here in New York around me in Rochester somewhere. So yeah, we'll see. I'll have to
Nice,
clarify
very
that
cool.
with Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the fun part about William, I think William has been put in my life for a reason. 2 years ago, I used to get so worked up over one little post of one person saying that. And he's like, he would send me a message that'd be like, it only bothers you if you let it. And then like a picture of an 80-year-old man in a diaper or just
Right.
something just hilarious that makes me like spit my drink out, laugh. So he is a
Mhm.
person that you just need around in life because it's like nothing's that awful. I mean, there's awful things that happen in life, but usually the things you get worked up about are not the things that are the most horrific or serious in your life. You get like mad at a trolling comment on your YouTube channel, and it's like, in the scheme of life, should
Mhm.
that even hit your radar?
Yeah.
So William is the kind of person.
Yeah.
And
I read and dismiss things like that. I don't even give it a second, much time.
yeah, and I do, and he's the one that kind of would help me with a like a
Yeah.
like a Borac or something that
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
kind of goes.
I don't know what Montana's like, but in New York right now at bars, you can't even play darts or pool because they don't want you sharing equipment.
Yeah,
Hey, so I don't know
right.
if I know Montana's similar with face masks and distancing at restaurants, so I'm not sure what their deal is with like, bar games and things.
Well, the interesting part is there's actually a poker game that goes on there every week at
Hmm.
one of the bars. I'm assuming it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Since I'm driving up, I'm just going to say that there might be some poker chips coming with me.
Nice.
Um, there is going to be coin 3 with me. Hey, Copper Dan. We were going at it a little bit about who's better at poker. I'm bringing my coin 3.
Oh no, I don't know if you knew this, but Copper Dan bestowed his number 3 coin on me. He for being such a chess master. You can ask him.
Hey, no way.
I'm gonna bring that with me and
He
I'll
paid
show it to you.
$1,000 for that bad boy. There's no way. No way.
Oh, okay.
Did he really? He gave it to you?
You'll have to ask Copper Dan about that in the poker room later,
Oh, he said he was bringing it. So,
or
okay,
maybe
maybe he's bringing
we're
it for you.
bringing it.
Yeah, so I'm in charge of contests and I'm in charge of giveaways. So all I'm going to say is it's going to be fun. I'm hoping,
Yeah.
I don't think everybody will walk away with something, but we do have different things that are being given away. We're having fun. We are going to limit it though to the giveaways only on Saturday because we know that everybody's not going to be able to possibly be in any one event except for the outside park. So we want to make sure that everybody has a chance for whatever the giveaways are, because this is kind of the last one.
I found out that a few other people are staying at the Dude also. It's like if we had enough people there, we could just have one big parking lot tailgate.
We could just take over,
Yeah.
totally take over, and have like fanatics or Fen
Yeah.
people or do I need to bring my poker chips? I'm gonna have a few sets with me. I'm driving up with Cynthia. I'm hoping she'll drive them back whenever she comes back. So I'm bringing a couple sets. So you can, but if you're not driving, I mean they're heavy. I wouldn't want to. Between Mike and I, we have so many sets of poker chips. I think we're going to be covered. But
Hi, Fenny Bones says
Fenny
hello.
Bones. I saw
Epic
Fenny
Space
Bones.
wanted to thank your forum for helping with the Mr. Clues treasure.
Oh, very cool. Couldn't have
Yeah.
done it without that first clue. Oh, I didn't know that Epic Space was the winner of it. So that's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And somebody else solved something and said, I saw it by a post up on Thor. So it is interesting. It's really interesting. Thor got a huge spike, but every day has about 5 to 10 people adding in. On average, we had about 90 people signed in. Right now, we have about 140 people signed in. So it's starting to increase. And I think it's all these other hunts. People are starting to get into it.
Right. Yeah.
One thing I will say, Randy made a comment that Beacon Star doesn't have a lot of activity on Thor. Here's the problem. There is a secret sub forum, and that's where everybody's posting. They're not posting on the public forum.
Oh, on Thor or like a Facebook group? Oh, okay.
No, there's on Thor, you'll see Beacon Star, and then when I sign in, it says Beacon Star private secret group. So the people that are in like the Beacon Star, so it's a good and a bad thing, because most people that are in that group, they're going to the private one. So it doesn't look like it's active unless you're in that group. So anyway.
What's next?
Yeah.
I know Candy mentioned in the room just now about Saturday, Fenn's birthday Zoom YouTube party. I don't know if you want to go there now or talk about it later.
See, I haven't been able to check my email. I started getting messages about it, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I haven't been able to get to everything. So tell me about it, Greg.
Well, when Toby AGK was in my chat last night, he said he would only do an hour show on Saturday about geocaching and the geocoins, so that way we could kind of get online live sooner, to do a big Zoom panel or birthday party for Forrest on somebody's channel yet to be decided. But then AGK posted on their community page on YouTube, Toby's not going to do a Saturday show at all, so they can work on recording the audiobook and some other things. So Saturday's wide open, and I think right now it looks like Chasing Indy is hosting on her channel, and she nominated you and I to co-host. But I think there's going to be a big Zoom panel anyway. But
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
think she wants to start at 6 Pacific time. I think she wants to start, so 9 Eastern. I think that's what the Facebook. She did a screenshot of her email and posted it on Facebook about the times. So that's all I know right now. So
Okay.
Anyone who
Well,
wants
that'll
to
be a
hop in,
little
and
bit of a challenge because we have lots of kids and things, but I'm gonna try to do something.
people will be in and out though as they're available. I'm
Yeah,
sure. 'Cause I'm sure it'll be a long show.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think I'm
sure.
gonna. I think I'm gonna like get a little bottle of champagne so I can have a little toast, and maybe I'll even put a tie on, and maybe I'll even get Dapper Greg going like the old Avatar picture.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that your wedding?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. It needs to very much important. Oh, okay, so it is Forest endorsed. There you go,
There you go.
guys.
Got to be there.
Okay, so we talked about the Grand Adventure. We talked about Yellowstone. And Josh isn't here. So should we jump into the Forest Fen emails?
Dealer's choice. I'm sure everyone's hanging on they want the emails.
I'm sure they don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So let's go back to, there was a Reddit posting that said something like, I emailed Forrest if the only person that knew the home of Brown was the finder.
Wow.
And they said they got an email back that said, no. I might not have got that right. I don't know, because I didn't get it right the first time I emailed Forrest. I said, Forrest, let's see. I need to find the email now.
Oh, holy smokes. I just realized my green headphones are showing up in the chat now. Not my old picture. Awesome.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Finally caught up. It finally updated to the chat too.
Nice.
It takes forever for it to get everywhere.
Okay. Okay. So I just said that there was a Reddit post claiming that the finder did not know the home of Brown. And he's like, the finder did know the home of Brown. And so
Right.
I posted it thinking like, and I asked Forrest, is it okay? And he's like, yeah. And so of course, then everybody wanted to tell me, you asked the wrong question, because right now I'm inundated with people. And that's why I want to get to the Photoshop discussions, because I was pretty surprised that some of these things have blown up. I'm not understanding the intricacies of some of this. So the Reddit one was a great example. So let me find his email where he said, yeah, okay. So here's the one on, let me make sure it's the right one. Okay. I said, there is a guy on Reddit saying he has an email from you saying, quote, nobody ever told him the correct home of Brown except the finder. Is that true? Thanks for answering. And his answer was, the finder did not tell me the HOB, all capital. He just followed the clues and found the treasure. He contacted me later and sent pictures. Now this is like truly Fen speak, and I don't see the chat right now, guys, because I'm looking at my email. Because did he answer exactly like,
Yeah.
is that email real and this and that? He didn't, but this is his answer, and it wasn't just a yes or a no. So it's always nice when I get emails like that from Forrest that aren't. The finder did not tell me the HOB. He just followed the clues and found the treasure. He contacted me later and sent pictures.
Yeah, I mean, there's no really reason for the finder to outline the answers to each clue because Forrest already knows them. Duh. Hey,
Yeah. He's like, did you get the right WW?
after you have the chest, explaining the answers is almost irrelevant,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first one. Now, have you heard about this Photoshop situation?
You're talking about the Photoshop, like the final version of the chest or the
So
shared
the pictures that came
Dell?
out, and Yeah, the pictures that came from Dale and the pictures of the treasure chest. And a lot of them are the pictures of the treasure chest.
Right.
There are a couple of searchers, and I asked them if they could help me understand what the issues were. And they went into like advanced Photoshop. If you look at this and you take that and you switch the resolution and then you look at the metadata, and it was like you guys went from English to advanced Chinese. I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up
Yeah.
with it. And so I was going to do a show on it, but then that became a controversy because some people are like, but you're saying Forrest is a liar then. I actually
Yep.
think it's okay to question Forrest. But so I decided, oh, you gotta love Indy. She wants to dress up all formal. So here's what I said. I said, photos of the treasure and you looking over the contents. Many believe and have stated through what I said stepped. It should have said, okay. Many believe and have stepped through why they think photos of the treasure chest post announcement were photoshopped. Dale always told me, and well, let me read it first, then I'll give you my interpretation of what I was trying to say. Hopefully I conveyed it right. Many believe and have stepped through why they think photos of the treasure chest post announcement were photoshopped. Dale always told me that he made adjustments to photos to make sure they looked professional. Were those photoshopped or any comments on the photos? So I don't know if you remember, there was a picture of Forrest sitting at his computer, and then there was one later of that, and he like cropped out a random like
Something was missing from the desk, like yeah. Sure.
And I messaged Dale and I said, this is a controversy on Thor. Can you help me? And he's like, yeah, I'm a photographer. And I can tell you, I touch up lighting. And he went through like 10 things that he did. He's like, why was the cup there? It shouldn't have been there. We should have taken it out and kind of had it staged. So I took it out. And he goes, the cool part about, I didn't like take anything out mischiefly. He did it more just to make it look like a really nice photo. So that's why that's the reference to the Dale one.
Copper Dan is here, and I think he will confirm that I have coin 003 coming to Yellowstone with me. Right, Copper Dan?
Oh, hold on. I need to now go into the chat real quick.
Copper Dan, if you're still here, you got to confirm that I got that coin from you. Huh, buddy?
Yeah, I'd like to know that. I'd like to know
He'll
that.
back me up because he'll back me up.
Yeah,
maybe.
so
And real
who
quick,
owns coin 3 between
can you
Copper Dan
allow
and...
screen sharing real quick?
Oh, I don't know. Mike?
Thanks, Travis. No.
Mike.
Oh, if he can't, he can't. I was just going to show a picture of everyone, their photo. Oh, Copper Dan. That is correct.
Yeah, go ahead. You can share, Greg.
What?
Copper Dan. Hold on. This is everybody right now with the Photoshop conspiracy. This is everybody.
Oh my God.
This is their, it's a conspiracy. All right. That's all. That's all I have to say about that. Hey, look, Copper Dan. That is
Copper
correct.
Dan, coin 3. Then why did you say earlier today that you were bringing it to have a poker showdown and you said bring your A game?
He hasn't handed it off to me yet. Maybe I'm.
So he's gonna bet it in a poker game when he doesn't own it.
Maybe he
Dan's
double
shady
crossed
like
me.
that.
Come on.
Well, wow.
Someone's a liar.
So, how did you get? This is breaking news. How did you get a hold of it?
I tell you, these chess wagers get steep.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, then you and I need to have some discussion because I think 3 and 3 should come together. Personally.
All right, we'll see. We'll talk about it in Yellowstone.
Okay. So, does anybody want to know about the answer from Forrest? We kind of got off on a tangent.
Sorry,
I know everybody's like, who the hell cares about coin 3? Tell us what Forrest said.
Yes, please.
Okay. So let me recap what I emailed Forrest. Many believe in a step through why they think photos of the treasure chest post-announcement were photoshopped. Dale always told me that he made adjustments to photos to make sure they look professional. Were those photoshopped or any comments on the photos? So here's his answer. You ready? Dun, 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 dun. None of the photos of me sitting at the table and looking at the contents of the treasure were photoshopped. What would be the purpose of doing that? So here's the thing. He didn't take the photo of the one that's sitting at the final spot. He, I believe, only had kind of ownership to make sure or be able to talk to the ones of him sitting at the table.
Right.
So he's like, what? And I actually haven't answered him. What would be the purpose of doing that? I don't know. Crazy birds are looking for a conspiracy right now, and it's something to talk about. I didn't know how to answer him without it dripping in sarcasm.
Yeah.
So now I don't know enough because I haven't been following this enough to know. Are we just talking about the one that's boots on the ground, or are we talking about the other ones? I don't know, but that is his answer. I don't know if it hurts things. I don't know if it helps things. I just bring you information, and there you have
Yep.
it.
You're just sharing what you have.
Mhm, mhm.
We appreciate it. Someone laughing? What's that noise? I thought I heard a noise.
Oh, it
Nobody?
might be dogs.
Oh,
I
all
don't
right.
know. Mike, can you send Indy the link? Okay. So, uh-oh, I hear things happening over there too. Okay, there's lots of stuff happening here tonight.
He's like a mad scientist making his potions of his puzzle. Concocting.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. So I don't know. He didn't use Photoshop. He used Microsoft Paint. Oh, okay, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how else to. Really, it doesn't matter. But thank you. Yeah. So some people really care about this. Some people don't. I could have said Photoshop or related. Any doctoring of that. This isn't a legal proceeding. If he wants to answer, he's going to answer. I don't know. I just think the whole thing's silly because again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it matters as much. But I mean, I guess if the one boots on the ground was Photoshop, maybe it is a big deal. Or because I saw something about the contents, they put extra coins on the one that Forrest was sitting next to, so it looked like it had more contents. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. Someone's probably gonna come out with some story. If you look at the picture of Forrest at the desk with all the contents, looks like someone photoshopped in coins from the chest that was in the back of the book on the dust cover. You know, like they added in to make it look more. Who's this horizontal person?
She'll get all situated. Give her a second.
What did I
Yeah.
do?
You're sideways.
Cockeyed.
Oh man, hold on.
Just gotta twist the phone.
Okay, thumbs up for Indy. That's what Calisar said. There you go. Okay, you're now the right way.
I thumbs up before Mike has to tell me anymore.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Why would you set a rusty key on top of all those beautiful coins in gold? Yeah, it was about a year and a half, 2 years, maybe over that I said that it's going to be a rusty key, and no one believed me.
Yeah. And your favorite stick, you know, everyone's favorite stick.
Whatever. There's a story behind that stick.
Cottonwood stick.
There you are. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
For a second
I
ago,
found
when
my
you were talking, I
microphone.
couldn't hear you. Yeah.
Nice. Well, Ackhouse Searcher says the same people that think Forrest photoshopped also think he retrieved the chest himself. But if he has the chest, why would he need to Photoshop it? I don't know. I guess that's maybe the crux of it. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand the issue. I don't understand the controversy, but I mean, I don't know. That's
Yeah. I only give any of these ideas thoughts as information becomes available. I don't dwell and think about things all day until anything's confirmed by him or put out on Dale's. I don't really think about things like this anymore.
Yep.
It's over for me. You know, if confirmed information comes out, I'll
It's
listen
all
to
over.
it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Well, if there was something groundbreaking here's the thing for me. It was photoshopped, which means here is the photo of the finder. Here is the photo of the frog that you couldn't see. If there was if I believed it, then I get something that's of value. Since I don't understand why we would care, I think I'm following it less.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't care as much. I just don't. I guess it does mean that I don't care as much.
Yep.
So
What else? Is there another email you said?
no,
Said you had
that
two
was
emails. Oh, okay.
the Photoshop email and the Homa Brown email. Oh, thank you. Those are the two. I will say that there is an update if you want to go up on Hint of Riches. One of the lawsuits had an update today. The Chicago
I did see
one.
that.
Yeah.
Motion to deny
Did it?
the privacy. What's it called?
There was a request for a protective order to seal
Yeah.
the information, basically the court case.
from public access of all
public
documents, files, testimonies,
Right. And
whatever.
it was denied and denied and denied. And it's actually, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages, maybe 3 or 4 pages. It's several pages that discusses why, and it goes into, for the legal people, they are really following this and understanding it, and they really believe in our society's right to have this sort of information, and there's reason for it. And so there's some pretty interesting debate, but it is post number 70. If you are looking not for the banter, but just the actual facts, there is
Yeah.
the link to the court listener.
Goldilocks does a good job.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be back.
Providing and it's my show now. I'm taking over.
I'm back. I won't leave you too long.
Greg's fired.
I was ready. She'd never leave it in my hands that long.
I don't know. I was gonna say, is Holy here? Yeah, Holy's here, and Copper Dance here. Okay.
Kpro, I
Yeah.
made a special sparkle drink for you.
Oh, I
Can
have.
you see it?
Mine's water.
Yours is water. You mean vodka? It's old water?
It's the Russian water.
Russian water. There we go.
So we have, the 2 cases are still moving ahead, or I should say they're not thrown out yet. They're still, I think both of them are in the 21-day period of getting responses back to the judge. The Arizona case did do that. But the one interesting caveat is the one has been issued the right for a subpoena. And so, so there you have it. There it is.
All right.
And I believe, and I will continue to believe, that is what we're waiting for by information. Some people are like, I've waited 30 days or 60 days. And he said that. I believe we're waiting for not a certain days. I think we're waiting for certain things to happen,
People.
which is things to settle. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Carrie, I would make a wager with you that he says the finder is going to be outed. I don't believe so. That's just my opinion. So we will see.
Why would the finder be outed? That would ruin their life.
Well, the subpoena does say at this time, that Forrest has issued a subpoena with with this order from the judge that says that he has to hand that information over. But from now, what I understand, and I don't know enough to know, there is some legal things that can happen to make the judge more aware of this situation just than what has been submitted to the court at this time. So I think it'll be interesting to watch that. I think the most I've really been involved is, I've been through a couple things, and I watch people's court, occasionally. I don't know enough about this to find, is this common? Is this not common? The Arizona person, he actually issued a letter. I don't know if you guys saw that today. He issued a letter to the judge talking about how much respect he has for Forrest and why this is important to him and all that. And I actually just asked up on Thor, is this common to you have your official briefings, but to write kind of a almost emotional letter to the judge? And
Yeah.
I will say the people that are in the know, they're like, that's not common.
That's rule number 1 for losing any debate on any topic. It's you have to be with the facts, not feelings, Right. So unless there's no way you could pull any heartstrings over a treasure hunt, I don't think, to allow.
Well, you have 2 people that are
cause.
You have 2 people that are suing, and one is saying, I respect him so much. The other is saying, I have a birthday present for him. I just haven't been able to get it to him because I'm suing him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God,
Scary.
it's different than I would expect. So it's a little, it's a little different.
That's why I emailed Fenn today. I asked him, I sent him a birthday gift last year because I went to Montana, but I'm going to Montana after his birthday. So I said, what is something that you would like for your birthday? And then, we talked about Amy's email to him and how he said he just wanted us to wish him happy thoughts. That's why I asked him, do you want a Zoom party where you could watch all of us talk about our favorite memories that you either about you or what you inspired us to do? And he was like, yes, I would very much like that. So that's one, Fenn's gonna be watching.
That's awesome. Yeah. And if you think about it, I just know how hard of a time my kids are having because they feel, because they're, as young as they are, they feel like, especially I have a teenager, like I'm missing everything. When you're 90 and Forrest is so adventurous. I can only imagine how he's struggling with all of this.
I
So
think he would have been at Fembury if it wasn't for COVID, or it had Fembury happened, or who knows, maybe he would have made a journey up to Yellowstone for the conclusion of his chase. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a very rewarding and emotional night for him, even, because he talked about having it found before he's 90, and then hearing all of our memories and what it's done for so many of us.
Yeah.
well, so I think it's cool that I think he's doing it on a very, very limited basis, but he is engaging as much as he can. Because Greg, you haven't met him, have you?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But he knows about you.
Yeah.
But the one cool thing, and I have seen Forrest meet many people, and when he met me, you would have almost thought it was flip. Like, he was asking me questions on my life, my situation, like, tell me about your experience here or your experience there. He did it with Mike. He did it like when him and Jason sat down, they were like military guys. Mike military, gosh, they told stories. He's just a person who likes to meet people.
Yeah.
And so him not having that, like, I know Cynthia got a little bit of time at a distance. That's not the same as, I mean, there was never a time that I went for, oh, just come over for a little bit. And a little bit was 5 or 6 hours later. And he would go, okay. And I thought, oh, that's my, and I start to get up. He's like, it's time for popsicles. Let's go back to the backyard. And I'm like, okay. And we would go to the backyard, and then he would be like, okay, like the one time he was like, why don't you go take a walk? And he just let me walk around the backyard, and I have pictures like at the wagon and different stuff, because he just wanted a couple minutes with Mike, and he wanted a couple minutes with, so I mean, he's a people person. So I kind of affiliated. Yeah, it was fun. So, and I affiliate that to my 13-year-old. So he always says how he's a 13-year-old. I think he just still wants to be adventurous. And I haven't been there. When you get to that part of your life, do you think, like, how many more years? I mean, he has to do it. He has to lock down. But gosh, it has to.
I didn't get to do that offense because when I went out there, we were only there for 2 days, and we went the morning of Fenbury. So we were only at his house for, like, I think at max 3 hours. And then I don't know if it was Zoe or Kelly that came in, and they were like, okay, it's time to drive you to Fenbury. And so Shiloh drove him. And then right after, I think we left Fenbury before it was over, because the next day we had to be on a plane to Montana.
Yeah.
So
well, I was going to come in for Fenbury, and he's like, and I had known him like via email for several years. And I think it was 2017 or 18. I don't remember which Fenbury, but he was like, if you want time to sit and chat, don't come Fenbury week, either the week before or the week after. And I'm like, why? What do you mean? He's like, everyone's here, and I try to meet with everybody and kind of give more equal time. So he's like, if you really want to spend some time. And then that's when I went for 4th of July, and I, met him like several days in a row. I think there was 3 or 4, maybe even 5 days. It was like half day, longer day. We went to the Blue Corn, we went to the bookstore, we did different stuff every day. So
that's awesome.
But that was why he said,
January.
don't come. He's like, don't come during February. He's like, if you want time with me, if you want to meet searchers, go for it. But if you want time with me, I was like, oh no, I want to sit, and I wanted to see like his vault, and I wanted to see, that sort of thing. So anyway.
I was supposed to go back this year in January, but for my birthday, he was like, hey, why don't you come down here for your birthday? And I was getting ready to book my tickets, and that's when that whole thing happened where it was like almost World War III. So yeah. I was like, I don't know if I want to be in a plane in the sky right now.
Yeah.
And then right after that,
the world shut down. So
here's to hoping all of this will end next year and we could continue to go visit him again. Only this time I will drag Kpro with me, because it sounds like it'll be a lot more fun.
I would go, New Mexico. I mean, I'm close enough wherever.
Right.
It flagged that for whatever reason, Greg. So I don't know.
What he did.
He said, please share my channel information. Because we're only, those of you that are just joining us, because we were at about 50, we're over 100 now. William. GTC is going to go live in about 20 minutes. I have Mike is not live with us tonight because he's working on the Grand Adventure, and we just found out, since he set it up, he can't work on his computer and do this at the same
I
time.
will. Yeah, it might not be immediately following because I just gotta get the link set up and thumbnail and
Right.
Zoom and everything. But yeah, hop over to who's gonna share the link for my channel, but keep refreshing or whatever, and then you'll see the live show start.
Yeah, very
I'm
cool.
gonna do a Zoom too, so people can pop in if they want. Whoever, whenever.
He's just gonna be like, oh God, it's Indy again.
Kira, wherever.
Oh, Carrie's
Whatever.
having a bad night. So Carrie, you're either really great or you're really not. So I'm sorry you're having a really not night.
I've
But
noticed that, Kpro.
yeah, I think there's some things going on. And so I just say, much like a football team or something else, you can have hobbies and not say that it's like an obsessive type of thing. So just balance yourself, have a good night, do whatever it takes to kind of make you in a good mood, because you do have good days. And I think when you have good days, they're awesome. So
I do have a serious question though for you, Kpro. Because I'm bummed that you're coming Friday instead of Thursday, because Thursday I'm sure I'm gonna get everyone to drink something. But since Friday we're gonna be at Bullwinkle's, I was thinking maybe we could come up with a drink. We could have the bartender make all 30 of us instead of doing like just a beer or a shot or something. We can make up a drink, so then we can make it in dedication to Fen and the Chase.
Like a deliciously sweet little shooter or something.
Yeah.
well,
I was gonna do the banana
what
tasting,
I
but
know
that
what
would've-
Forrest drinks in beer, and I know what his favorite drink is.
What's his favorite
Hard.
drink?
Great pet.
Oh, no, I'm talking alcohol.
I know.
He told me last year. I asked him, I'm like, I'm going to Bullwinkle's. What's your favorite drink? What should I order? He said, a double martini on the rocks. And so I got it and I about spit it in DJ's face because it was so disgusting. And I asked him, I'm like, why would you have me order this? This is terrible. And he was like, I order that once a year. So I remember this is why I don't drink. I'm like, oh.
Well, I was sitting at an event, or not at an event. We did a searcher. This was when I was first meeting him. Cynthia was there. A couple of other people were there. They were meeting for the first time. So it was kind of like meet somebody that you haven't met kind of thing. And I remember sitting down, and I had just met him for the first time. And I sat down and I had, it was a margarita a certain way, and it had to have extra salt. And I kind of joked because I knew that was his, so that's what I ordered. And it was funny because the other person was there, knew him really well, and had met him for years and years. And it's like, she's like, oh no, he doesn't drink. And he took the drink and he's like, this is my favorite drink.
Yeah.
And he drank it, and oh my gosh, it was like there were daggers, but he drank it. And so I don't think he should have that much salt. I think that was the issue. But anyway.
That
Yeah.
much salt? Oh God.
I said no salt. No salt.
No
Yeah.
salt.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll leave it. I'll leave that up to Cynthia, because that's. I mean, I'm there for the contest, and that's there on Saturday. If there's a drinking thing on Friday, I'll be there, but I don't have to organize this one.
It's true.
What are you going to be drinking? What's your drink of choice, Greg?
Something
Probably whiskey. Yeah.
Oh.
Beer if not whiskey, but unless I'm feeling like it's either vodka soda, just whiskey on the rocks, or neat, or beer. Who knows? Depends on my mood, I guess. We're in the mountains though, so I'll probably just stay whiskey, yeah.
Yeah.
Little
yeah.
warmth at night in the mountains.
How? And I haven't even looked at the weather. It has to be. I mean, it was 114
Freezing.
here, so
Low
I mean,
40s. It'll be low 40s at night.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mid
I'm
70s during the
packing
day,
all my
probably.
sweaters.
Yeah, we kind of have to. Well, I have like skiing jackets. I don't think we need that. I mean, 40s, that's not too bad. So we'll be inside. So
Are we gonna be hiking in Yellowstone?
some people are. Some people have already asked, hey, do you want to go out and hike with us? We're going here, going here. I don't know how much time. I mean, I'm getting there Friday afternoon and then going on Sunday. You guys are killing me. So Indy, we are telling stories, and they're saying we're being competitive and one-upping, other than we're being friends and telling some cool stories. You guys are. Is everyone taking their Henri pills? Henri pill people,
Seriously,
Go away.
rude.
go away. So
I'm listening to your story and then sharing mine because I appreciate
Exactly.
your story.
exactly, and Greg, tell your story.
Right
I
now?
know you haven't met.
Jesus.
I know you haven't met him yet, so you can't. But if Mike was here, Mike has a great story of meeting Forrest. So
I can just I like to imagine, Forrest reading my email the one time I ever emailed him and got no reply, but it must not have been that good.
Well, he now knows who you are 2 times over.
I guess.
Nice. Now, Holly, you said I'm drinking water. Are you doing that in Yellowstone next week?
Yeah. I know.
I'd love to meet Holly.
After she shared that Dove chocolate wrapper that said book the flight, I thought,
Wait, is Huli really going?
no.
No, I don't think so. Well,
I'm
we
not
can dream.
excited.
Okay, Wadaman says info produced in response to subpoena will not necessarily be filed in the proceedings and probably will not. Discovery results usually aren't. Oh, that's kind of interesting. So if in response to the subpoena, Forrest gives the name, address, and telephone number of the finder, only Barbara will have that information. Damn, that's interesting.
But if there's some kind of non-disclosure or seal, I mean, I don't know if they can make her not,
Well, I would assume though, I don't know, but
release.
I would assume if Forrest's lawyer has a response that he wants the judge to consider before the subpoena is executed, that would be public information. That's what I'm assuming.
Mm.
But I don't. I'm not informed here. I'm more maybe asking the informed people out there. I have talked to a couple people kind of more informed than I, but yes, I don't know what yes means, but yes, I'm right about something. Yes. So, well, it's interesting to watch its way through, but yeah. Aren't discovery results evidence? Yeah, that's a great question. So Wadaman seems in the know. So if you have an answer to that, aren't discovery results evidence? Because I would think anything that I don't think Forrest, it would seem to me if somebody's in litigation, they wouldn't be responding directly to the person suing them. They're going to put it in the court system to make sure they're not found in contempt because that person doesn't tell the exact truth. I don't know.
Are judges allowed to decide in certain kinds of cases, though, what evidence is admissible and what evidence is sealed, like doesn't see the public eye or something? I don't know. Or is that just in jury trials? I don't know.
Yeah, several people, Lorraine said she'll write a book. Several people have said, is this an avenue to be able to take that information and write a book about it and to make money? Because she just launched a YouTube channel. So is this can they use it? Can someone use the information they get via subpoena and use it for financial gain? If it was given by way of this person stalking me, but then they take the information I'm not saying she'd do that, but several people have said is this information is so groundbreaking. And that's why many people think if Forrest gets his hand pushed to have to put it out there, that him and the finder will probably put it out before the court system has it. What do you think, Greg?
I don't even have an opinion. I have no clear comment to contribute. I have no clear thought on this.
Oh, okay. I see some comments and I'm going, whoop. I dilate down, shoot permission to read the book on YouTube. Oh, I agree with you. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't think there would be, I believe, here's a little bit of trivia. I believe the only person that has ever had permission to do that is Susie Fenhaven. So how do you like that? Chasing Indy. My family brewed a batch butterbeer along. Okay. All evidence is not necessarily put in the court filings unless it is mentioned in a motion. Well, that's kind of interesting. Huh. Okay. The case has 0. Okay. Yeah. So let's just best lawyers always win. Don't worry about Forrest Fenn. He will outspin. Yeah, that's interesting too. I mean, I think Forrest, knowing his life and life situation, the raids he's been a part of, the situations he's been a part of, I would say any lawsuit you have to take seriously, because I have seen some comments by the person that is suing him, like, oh, he's not losing sleep. Well, of course, if you're 90 years old and you're given a subpoena, of course you're going to take it seriously, and it's not something pleasant. So I wouldn't say like, is he at the point? Well, I'm not even going to go into his mental state, but it is not a pleasant experience. So let's move on to something else. And here's the hard part: we don't have a lot else except for the photoshopping photo scandal, and I don't think there's any merit in that. So what do we talk about next?
Well, Britt Chaser asks you, Kpro, Did Forrest Fenn really say that that only the finder had the correct Homer Brown solve?
Didn't you
No.
just go over this?
I did, and
He wasn't-
Britt
he
is
probably wasn't
probably
here.
just coming in.
It's like 4 a.m. there, or 3:30.
Yeah, what he said was the finder didn't go over the Homer Brown with him, which we believe, we kind of summarized. We believe that's because he had the chess, so they probably didn't go over the 9 clues, unless the finder said, is really clever at the end, the blaze this, or
Yeah.
WWWH took me forever and then that, or whatever, or what about in 2018 this, or it finally had an aha moment when I saw, I don't know,
I couldn't
something.
believe how many people have driven by Homer Brown.
Yeah, I don't think he said, okay, my WWWH is this, my Canyon's this, and I think that's what he meant by the email. So I don't know. There you have it.
All right. Yeah. What's the chat up to? What's the chat talking about over here? I like to talk to the chat room.
Yeah, a lot of them are talking about the case, because that's what we were talking about. The Homer Brown, of course. That's discussion. The Photoshop. Yeah, go ahead.
Huli, what you're saying about, you read something that posted 5 hours ago that all says denied. That was Ms. Anderson's motion to have everything sealed so the public couldn't see evidence and documents from the case, I believe.
Yeah.
That was on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think.
And
Huli, that might be what
somebody did say that they had seen a posting in relation to Forrest getting a protective order against one of the litigants, and that's not in the court listener. That's not accurate information. So also, that's why I think it's so important to have that court listener or official documentation that you can link to. People hearing something, that hear something, even getting an email from Forrest and reading it, that's even secondhand. But when it comes to court proceedings and things, it's really important to go. So I have not found that to be meritable. And I don't think there was any malintent of the person, or I don't know the person enough to know. But it doesn't look like that was actually the case. So.
Hey, Kpro, what time would we have to go live Saturday for you to be able to co-host? Because I just threw out a time for 6 o'clock at random. If you want to do another time, I'm totally down for that.
What do you mean by co-host? Because there's gonna be a big Zoom panel, though, right? Sorry, I just want to.
Yeah, but I want you guys to kind of like bring up different topics and different stories and help me, because I
So
suck
if someone
at
needs to go to the
hosting.
restroom, we can keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Well, see, I see it being like a mini marathon is what I foresee. I foresee some people popping in, popping out. So we have a whole party of people. So I need to talk with Mike about what time and what things are happening when. He's one of those people, this is shocking. He's a guy. He doesn't pre-plan. He doesn't have an agenda. Like for me,
Are you
I have
stereotyping all the
I
guys?
totally am. He's like this. Well, I'll say he's the stereotypical guy. I'm not saying all guys fit the
I gotcha.
stereotype, but he is the guy that he's like, let's just wing it. And I'm like, oh no, I have lists, and my lists have lists.
Well, if you guys want, we could do 3 separate Zooms. We could start on my channel and then carry over to Kpro's, and then Greg's the late nighter. So we could do all 3. So we all get a chance to do a happy birthday Zoom for Fen, and everyone can go on their own pace.
Yeah, by the time I get on, it might be Sunday after his, it might be like 1 a.m. here and his birthday's over. But I get you. Yeah, like we could just keep the YouTube action going. I get it. But he'll be awake because it'll only be, 11.
He's a late owl. He watched on Tuesday, he watched all 6 hours.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like even 1 a.m. here is 11 p.m. there in New Mexico. So I get you. It would still be his birthday, and that way I could still spend time with the wife. I wouldn't have to be on from 9 Eastern and miss primetime wife hangout time.
I can tell you, if I make it to Yellowstone and I'm like 99% there this weekend, I'm going to make sure that I'm totally committed to Mike, because next weekend he's going to be manning the fort with more kids. Oh my goodness. God,
you're leaving at home with all the kids?
Oh, I'm not taking kids to Yellowstone.
They couldn't bring the whole troop. Yeah, she wants
Well, that's the hard part, is he has a 6 and 9-year-old. Like mine are old enough, 11 and 13, I would trust it, but 6 and 9, that would be too rough of a trip. So anyway, yes. So he's gonna really do the sacrifice. Oh, and by the way, he goes, you can go as long as you take Chaseopolis with you. So I'm gonna take Chaseopolis with me. And
you're gonna sell him at the bar?
I am. I'm going to sell him.
I'll help you sell him.
Well, the dude is right next door. So we actually had I don't know if this will still be the case. We had one of the little trinket shops wanting to sell them.
Hmm.
And I'm like, next time we're up there, but this was pre-fine. So I don't know
Oh.
now if they, well, but now that they said Wyoming, well, that's the Montana side. I don't know. We'll see. So I am going to have some with me. But I'll probably need to announce, like, if you want. So that's the other thing. I am going live. We are going live on Saturday because we are going to do, I'm launching my hunt at noon and Mike's at 1. And we may do something just before that and do another drawing, fun little drawing kind of thing. So anyway, we will see.
Yeah, we're gonna. I was wondering if anyone's gonna bring laptops to Yellowstone because the hotels have Wi-Fi and we could actually like.
I'm
Do
gonna
a
bring my
mini little-
laptop and my mobile set.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna shoot raw like video on my phone of the weekend, and I like just can put it in one uncut. Like, here's some footage from the weekend.
Yeah.
Here's Candy walking to his hot spring.
Yeah. Here's people
Well,
falling over in the
my
dude parking
goal-
lot after Bullwinkle.
I have to tell you, my goal, I met somebody that said there was some really pertinent information that was downstairs in the basement at Bullwinkle's. That's my goal.
What?
is to
Create a
get
diversion.
Legally,
What's up with
legally
Fenn
and
and
appropriately.
basements?
I know.
'Cause wasn't the other thing with the earthquake lake? What the hell?
Yes.
And no one's been in
And
Fenn's basement,
out-
Forest
Except-
basement.
well,
in his
I know
house, right?
one searcher who has. I know
Oh.
one searcher who has.
Nelica?
I won't say that person would need to say.
Pretty
and
sure
I
you
won't
said it
say
last week
her
on the
name.
show.
no, there's lots of hers. I'm
I
not
know. I'm
saying
just kidding though.
anything.
Like we know she owns the doodles and things.
Yeah. So, but I heard he has some stuff down there, and we know his family owns it, and they're in the bar. Yeah. So we're gonna have to. Ooh, I
You
should
may need
invite
some food
Chip. I'm gonna invite Chip. I need to get his info. I have his card around here somewhere. I will do the same there. So. Okay, guys, I'm hitting the end of my hour, and Mike just came back down and kind of gave me the look.
He's ready. He's ready to get his
Is there
puzzle
any
done.
other questions for the chat? If there is, there's a little bit of a delay. So Greg is going to go live. I'll see if I can, but I need to catch up with
Shortly.
him. Yeah, shortly, maybe a few minutes. He needs to be able to get.
He needs
all
to go
the-
hunt down more whiskey.
Oh,
No, liquor stores are closed around here, friend.
oh,
But yeah, Julius, you could share that channel link if people don't already have it, or they can click my name or search GTC on YouTube.
Mike.
Mike, there's Mike.
That's how I'm rolling tonight.
I knew something was up. He's like, "Hey, I can go out and get you a little drink," and I was like, "I wonder what he's up to."
Oh, is
That was a little ice cream, wasn't it?
Of course,
Uh,
grand adventure. I
Did
gotta
you
eat
did you
something.
dive into that cookie cupboard or?
Yeah, that's right. The secret stash.
You
Trust.
One in the freezer.
Relationships are based on trust.
gotta get one of those like hollow books,
Right.
like this big hollow encyclopedias.
Have one.
That's what I got. It's
Okay.
right there, look.
Nice.
Oh, cool. All right, you guys are
Kicking
gonna
us
continue
off.
on Greg's channel.
Yeah, just give me a few minutes, folks. Just get a thumbnail, get the link
There's
going,
the link, guys.
get Zoom loaded up, and
All right.
just keep refreshing the page every few minutes.
'Cause I do have a lot of stuff I got to get done for. I just want to get it done tonight because the weekend we're going to be busy. So, all right, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll invite myself on anytime.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah,
Come in and say hi.
yeah.
right,
Because
everybody,
I
good to
do
see ya.
want to, Greg. I do want to talk to you, and actually Indy too, about different hunts coming up. I mean, between Vegas Die, AGK, I saw some people are jumping into Fandango. Julio was a little surprised. I said that. So, Josh just came on. Josh, you can go over to Greg's channel. We're 1 hour. That's all we had.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
I'll be
Jeff.
going until who knows when. So
Oh
Well,
yeah, wasn't Josh supposed to be on tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
the
you're
link-
welcome to come on another time, Joshua. For sure.
definitely.
Did you mention the book we received, Kpro? Or no?
Oh, No, I was just
Oh,
doing that
great.
right now.
Okay. It's actually breaking news, everybody. Check it out.
ooh, first edition.
First edition, and there is actually well, Mike, you should tee it up better than I do.
Okay.
But here is a new book that is
After
out.
the chase. Now you could say, well,
Oh,
that's
well.
weird. Why would somebody, So it's this person. He did not find the treasure chest. He's not saying he found the treasure chest. He is saying he knows where it was, like many. But what's a little bit different about this book is in this book is his own treasure hunt.
Yeah.
I have to get the details from him when it's. I don't know if it's out yet. I think we got an advanced copy. But what's it called, Kpro?
It is called After the Chase.
After the chase.
A comprehensive guide to thrill of the chase solution also includes the treasure island hunt. And it says, include a new treasure hunt. Ooh, if we got an
that's
advanced
cool.
copy, I'm going to read it tonight.
Well, you
He-
can show the map in the very
Oh.
back. Actually, it's right here. In the very
Oh,
back is it?
he wrote me a note.
Yeah, he wrote
nice.
you a note. He
Oh,
wrote
what's
you
the
a note,
note say?
and we have a copy for Cynthia Meacham too. He gives a thank you to all the YouTubers in the forward to the book, which is
Oh,
kind
he
of cool.
does. Yeah.
And this treasure map is supposed to lead you somewhere. And see
Oh,
that
wow.
X right there? Yeah. And then there's chapters that
Oh,
relate
so
to this.
cute.
And the prize is like 40 silver dollars. You know, the old Eisenhower dollars. I think
Mm.
that's what it is. I kind of got to read up on it. So it's not a huge
Oh,
prize, but
cool.
it's more for fun. It's his solution, and at the end is his own treasure hunt. And I will give a little secret if you guys don't tell anybody. He actually lives in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm wondering if it's hidden somewhere in Vegas. I don't know yet. I haven't looked at that map close enough to figure it out, but I do know that
Okay.
he's here locally.
Wait, so it says, Kpro, thank you for your wit and inspiration. Keep it up. And he has written me, and I want to say thank you. I did promise, but here's the question that I have. Promise, I am going to read this because I want to see insights and things. So this is a solution I will read, and there's also a treasure hunt. But he names off a bunch of people because he wanted to thank Dale and Cynthia and Mike and Toby and Shelly, a bunch of people. But he says, and Roscoe Timmons.
On
Who is
YouTube,
Roscoe?
Roscoe Timmons. I don't
It's
know.
an anagram.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the hint for the treasure hunt. Yeah, maybe.
So Roscoe, I
Alright.
don't know who you are, but
If it
thank
doesn't
you,
sound
thank
right,
you.
it probably isn't.
I just don't know that name. I mean, it doesn't mean that the person's not there. It's just,
Go to YouTube and find out.
Do a
Roscoe.
LinkedIn search for Roscoe Timmons.
yeah. So there you have it. So, oh, now that, yeah. But I did, he emailed me, we've gone back and forth, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna, and look, it looks like a short enough read. Oh, I have, you know what? Here you go. I'm gonna read this on the 9-hour drive with Cynthia. I will
there
read
you
this
go.
to her.
All
Wait,
right,
so
You
you're
should be
gonna read it
going
aloud.
live.
Oh, I'm
From-
gonna go live too, but not for 9 hours. I don't know if we can even get live.
Well,
moving
if you had a
Why?
right, because unless you were on a mobile, you have
It's
over
ending
1,000
and then I'm gonna go
subscribers.
live
You can do a
again.
mobile device.
Yeah,
but
but
can
can I
phone.
get enough?
UTC's channel?
Signal.
Roscoe
everybody.
Pico train.
We'll,
Okay.
we'll talk about that book once we get a chance.
Mike's
to read it.
chomping at the bit. He's got
Yeah,
ideas he
Mike's
needs
like,
to get
I
to.
got stuff to do. So,
All right. Thanks, everybody. See ya.
okay.
Bye.
Bye.